You sit there and say it's confidential, and it's not. You're just making it up to protect your officers, and it's shameful. You should be. You're shameful.
Have you ever seen everyday citizens stand up and outsmart those who abuse their power? Today, we'll be looking at instances where people turn the tables on corrupt cops, embarrassing them, exposing their misconduct, and holding them accountable. In 2021, LAPD officer Jose Rivera, while off duty, would drive around late at night harassing an individual verbally, William Good. The man being harassed then filed a complaint against the officer, whose identity he wasn't even aware of at the time. The man then went to the Hollywood station, where he tried to identify the officer who was messing with him. But over there, he ran into a couple of other cops who were no better than Jose.
I can't give you that information.
Why can't you?
I can't.
Why? I mean, you tell me why. You have to tell me a reason. Is there a specific code?
Because I can't.
I mean, but tell me why. I mean, that's something that can be arbitrary. It means something because you just don't feel like doing it.
No, but
okay, so tell me why. You say you can't. Why? Is there something written that says you can't?
okay, so this way I can't give it to you.
Is there something written down that says you can't?
These are definitions.
I want you to write it down and tell me exactly the reason why you can't. I mean, you have to give me an explanation. You can't just say, I can't. Well, why?
I'm giving you guidance here.
The guidance isn't helping. You told me to go to OIG. You don't even know what the function is of OIG. I mean, seriously. You're a sergeant. You don't even understand the function.
He was just protecting his officer without any justifiable reason. He doesn't even care for the citizen and his well-being.
So, I mean, this is basic stuff. So you tell me to go to OIG. Now you're saying you can't. Why? Why can't you?
I'm telling you.
I know you're telling me. I'm asking you, why can't you? You can say you can't. Listen, you're a sergeant. You can. Why? Martinez, why?
Because I can't.
Why? Who said you can't?
Because it's confidential, sir. These investigations are...
I didn't ask for a confidential. A person harassed me on the street, a private individual, again, a private citizen, not in uniform, private citizen.
So he was a private citizen.
Did it against me, a private citizen.
Correct.
And you people, the LAPD, became aware. If this was any other situation, if this person was not an LAPD officer, if this was a person that lived across the street, you'd get that information to the complainant.
The supervisor had no real answers, and he just seemed hell-bent on making an embarrassment out of himself.
Who wants to file both a crime report and also get a restraining order? I want to file a restraining order. You're trying to tell me I'm not allowed to get that information. I have an officer that is repeatedly going out here harassing me. And I have on tape, and your own department says, yeah, he did it. And I'm not allowed to know who he is so I can get a restraining order against said off-duty officer? And if so, why? I mean, you gotta give me something. This is gonna play out really well. This is gonna look really nice, so tell me why.
It'll look nice, sir.
Tell me why. I mean, I'm
not gonna argue with you. We're going in circles here.
You're just not answering. Why?
I did answer you, because I can't. That's my final
I have an
answer.
off-duty officer who's out here harassing. Michael Moore says he's deeply embarrassed by this officer, but I can't know the officer's name. I can walk out here right now, this guy's going to keep on harassing me. I have him on tape, and you say I can't tell you who he is. This is the LAPD for you. You proud of this, Martinez? You proud of this for you? You proud of this? You proud of this? I mean, the way you protect these officers and the way you sit there and say it's confidential, and it's not. You're just making it up to protect your officers, and it's shameful. You should be. You're shameful.
I'm not arguing with you.
You're not arguing. There isn't an argument. It's shameful.
Is there anything else I can
do, sir? I think we're going to have to make sure your family's ashamed.
William Good, the victim, then contacted the department chief to try to get him to reveal the evil officer's identity. Still, he refused to speak as expected and just referred to him to the internal affairs captain, Captain Shaw, who also wasn't willing to speak about the matter. Months later, William spotted a truck resembling that of the officer who harassed him. However, the officer fled to avoid being identified, but William captured his license plate on camera. He identified the officer as Jose Rivera Jr. A year later, William received a complaint disposition form confirming that the complaint was sustained, though the officer's name still wasn't disclosed. Jose Rivera was eventually given a 5-day suspension. Up next, we have another set of cops who tried to cover up their mistakes behind the scenes instead of holding themselves accountable for them.
He redacted that footage on purpose to protect PC land. They're trying to hide evidence.
In January 2024, an auditor named James was in downtown Toronto when he noticed a film crew from Global News recording the entrance of the police service, 52 Division. However, when he began filming the scene himself, he realized...
We got Global News here as well, so this should be pretty interesting. See if they kick me out, or him, or both of us, or one of us, or we'll see how it goes down. So what's going on today, brother?
Just talking about the cops at the bridge on the weekend.
Oh, okay. They're coming out for an interview?
Yeah, no, we're doing lives.
Oh, okay.
Shortly after he arrived, a vehicle pulled into the parking entrance and stopped completely. Constable McGivern emerged from the car to confront James.
The other guy looked very confused. Good, how are you?
Can I ask you what you're doing?
Yeah, just taking some picture and video
Of who?
of just everything I can see. Sorry, can I get your name?
Why are you standing right here, though?
Can I get your name?
Not yet. I want to ask you what you're doing.
Okay, well, if you don't want to give me your name, I don't want to talk to you.
Are you filming cars coming and going? Is that what you're doing?
Can I get your name?
Are you filming cars coming and going from this police facility?
Can I get your name, sir?
I asked you a question first.
Do I have to answer you?
No, you don't have to answer.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Have a good day, random guy.
Surprisingly, this brief, seemingly harmless encounter would evolve into quite a bizarre case.
Let me just show you guys something, right? Straight from this interaction right here, this guy, look what we have right here. Hey, would you look at that? It's global news. I wonder if cops came out and asked them what they were doing. Here you got this guy, not even on duty yet, harassing me.
After James left the area, the division conspired against him and found his channel. McGivern was so upset that he told his colleagues to arrest him and claimed that he felt harassed, which was amusing since he was the one harassing James. Later in the evening, James came to the building to submit a records request, and he was approached by officers.
I think these officers want to talk to you.
Yeah, what's going on? Alright, so here's the deal. Right now you're getting placed under arrest for criminal harassment, okay?
For criminal harassment?
Yep. Okay. Yep. Do you want me to hold this or you want me to put it somewhere?
Pardon me?
Do you want me to put this somewhere?
Ski with my property.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so right now I'm arresting you for criminal harassment, okay? It's my duty to inform you of the right to retain and instruct counsel at delay. You also have the right to telephone any lawyer you wish. You also have the right to free advice from a legal aid lawyer.
These cops had been waiting for the moment to get hold of him, waiting to jump him at the right moment. But James always had his guard up.
And you're charged with criminal harassment. You're not obliged to say anything in answer to the charge, whatever you say may be given evidence. Do you understand?
Yeah, so just criminal harassment for filming in public?
I'll explain it to you in a minute.
Note that these microphones you see will play a crucial role in the case later. Just wait and see to witness just how badly this plan backfires in the officers' faces.
What's your name again?
I'm under arrest now, right? So.
Yeah, just so I know what we're talking
You do
about.
have to identify
Yeah,
yourself.
James Hanks.
Okay, James, it's Tony.
Pardon me?
Tony's my name, James. That's how people usually interact. They exchange names.
Hi,
Nice to
Tony.
meet you, James.
Just see, make this call, see where they want.
Are you guys my arresting officers?
Yep. Hey, is Detective Higgins there? Yeah, he gave it to Ian. I'll get the information. Just trying to figure out where they want. If they want us to put them in a car and go from there, or these are the
It's disgusting to see these officers manipulate the law and abuse their power to satisfy their personal grudges. If they put the same effort into actual cases, maybe they'd have a better crime-solving rate.
To go, and that's the charge. I'll see what you think as well.
book him. Okay. Okay.
When you have a sec,
For sure.
and so are you?
Honestly, I have no idea. They just told us to go and arrest him. I'll give you all the information when I get it. Yeah. Just take him out to the back where the car is.
Yeah, just swap.
Yeah. And let me just run the cameras through the car real quick.
James was then taken to the motor pool to be transported, and the way the cops switch up on him there will leave you stunned.
James, right? Yeah. So the full charge is harassment by watching and besetting, okay?
So it's not criminal harassment anymore?
No, it's still under harassment. It's criminal harassment. It's criminal charge, harassment by watching and besetting. Yeah.
That sounds like that was watching somebody get changed or something.
The charge would be did without lawful authority and knowing that another person, namely, he'll be a victim in this situation.
One of the rare times that I've seen a victim be the one who initiated the incident.
Explicitly as to whether that person was harassed, engaged in besetting or watching the dwelling house, the place of residence, the workplace, the place of business, a place where basically a victim, namely the victim in this situation would probably be Toronto Police, and caused the said repeat name of victim to reasonably fear.
Sorry to interrupt you. Is it from filming the embassy or the police station?
It's going to be for the police station.
For the police station?
Yeah.
So in Canada, we're not allowed to film the police station? What about the global news guy that was there filming for 2 hours constantly?
It would be for recording vehicles as they enter and exit from the parking garage.
So what if I record people coming in and out of the building?
You could technically be charged, I guess, under the same, by the wording.
That's what global news was doing.
By the wording, if someone wished to lay that charge, I guess they could lay that charge.
Again, I'm not trying to argue with you or be combative or anything. I'm just trying to genuinely understand how in Canada, under the Canadian Charter of Rights, Section 2, Part B, we have the freedom of the press.
The officer had no good explanation for his charges or arrest whatsoever. He was spouting nonsense.
So our criminal investigative team has advised that they wish to seek this charge, so that's why you're arrested. So
That's fine. I will be holding you guys accountable.
That's fine. You can speak to a member of the investigative team too. I'm sure one of them's going to come and talk to you anyways.
Alright. This is a retaliation charge, it seems like, because it was filming.
James was then taken to the jail, and it should be noted that belongings were already bagged up.
Officer, what's James here for?
Good afternoon, staff. Again, this is James. He was observed outside of the station at the members' entrance for the cars to come in and out of the station. He was observed recording on his cell phone with a tripod and some microphones. He was charged with harassment, watching and besetting. He's being brought before you today to prevent the repetition of the offense, to ensure the safety of the victim, and it's an ongoing investigation, so just for investigative purposes as well.
Do you understand why you were arrested?
No.
The only reason they arrested him is because Constable McGivern's ego was hurt.
Okay, is it that you don't understand what harassment is, or you don't agree that you committed that offense?
I know that I was exercising my Canadian Charter rights.
Okay.
Section 2, Part B, freedom of the press.
So it's more that you don't agree with why you were arrested?
Oh, it's more like...
Because I just have to make sure you understand.
My Canadian rights.
No, I believe, I understand that you feel that whatever your actions were.
Global News was on the intersection in front of me recording as well, at the same time I was.
Okay. James, just going to remind you that you're on camera.
I'm stating it for the camera.
If you're stating for the camera, that's fine, but this might, I'm just saying in my experience, it might be better for you to save your side of the story for your lawyer.
For sure.
He was really making a mockery out of any cop he encountered. The cops were looking like utter clowns in front of him.
So the question is, do you understand that it's harassment for watching the setting that you've been arrested for? I understand you don't agree with that.
I understand I've been unlawfully arrested for watching besetting.
Thank you. That's perfect. Now this is a question we ask everyone that comes into police custody. What is your gender and what are your pronouns? Okay. Does that mean...
I'm a man.
A man? Okay, thank you. But James, just so you know, there's a microphone here and your cell phone that won't be with your property if and when you're released.
If you thought this was the extent of the cops' childishness, wait till you see what they did next.
There's an additional charge, okay? I'm just going to give it to you before you go speak to your lawyer, all right? So the additional charge is going to be intimidation by watching and besetting as well, okay? So let's give you your RTC and caution again, and then when you go speak to your lawyer in a moment, or the duty counsel, you can advise them of the additional charge as well.
So how was that intimidating?
That's what they've decided upstairs. I'm just laying the charge.
Who's the complainant? Like, who did that harass?
Pardon me? There's a member of the service who's a complainant. It's all going to be, you'll be able to get that information. Okay? All right, I'm just going to turn my body cam off.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if they made up another bogus charge or two after this as well.
You know why they made me bail myself out? So they can add these conditions. Do not engage in video, audio recording of any member known to you to be a member of the Toronto Police Service. Just like they've done to all the other auditors who've ever tried to do this in Canada. They're trying to silence us.
When James was released, he was given back all his belongings, except for his already damaged mic.
You get gloves, liquor, car keys, hat, camera with microphone. One mic damage will be seized. Stick attached. Phone okay. Condition battery, charger, $5 bill, bank card, laces, clothing, car keys removed from property bag and given to Uncle Danny at the request of Mr. Hearn at 20:51 hours.
So what did you say with the microphones are damaged?
It says camera with microphones, one mic damaged will be seized. So if you have any questions about that, you can call the division that arrested you. I'll write it down for you under bill. It's 52 division.
Yeah, it wasn't damaged.
After his arrest, James set up a GoFundMe to fight the injustice he had faced. And despite it gaining serious traction, it was mysteriously shut down shortly afterward.
Why would GoFundMe do that? Well, let's be real, it was the Toronto police force. They're trying to silence me completely. They're trying to completely knock us auditors off the map in Canada. They'll do it to anybody who asks the questions that they don't want to answer, or investigate stories that they don't want you to investigate. They will shut you down, just like they're trying to shut me down, but not us. They can't silence us. We are gonna fight. We are gonna take this to trial. We are gonna make new case law.
6 months later, all the charges against James were withdrawn, about which the Crown Attorney stated there is no reasonable prospect for conviction. The next month, James himself filed a notice to sue.
On January 8th, I was unlawfully arrested. This is to let you know, it's intent to sue. So essentially, you've been served.
Afterward, James even got his belongings, which the cops refused to give him. He found the broken microphone and confronted the corrupt cops about it.
Sign on the extra for me?
What's that? Does it say that I got it?
Yep.
I want to make sure they work first. I gave them to you in working order. Okay. See, I didn't give that to you like that.
You didn't give it to me.
Yeah. Oh, I'm just documenting, so I can add it to the lawsuit. That's all, sir. And I'd like to make sure that they work as well. Now, there's incriminating evidence against officers on here, so they have reason to destroy it. That's ridiculous. This happened a lot. Broken equipment. People complain about it a lot, or no?
People complain about everything.
You think I have good reason to complain, or no?
I don't judge. But usually people that come here, there's a reason why they're here.
Do you know I was unlawfully arrested and my charges were withdrawn?
I have no idea what's going on.
Well, there you go, buddy. Don't judge.
I don't. That's what I said.
You're right. You did say that. My apologies. And I shouldn't be taking my frustrations out on you.
It took 11 months for his records request to be fulfilled. While he received the arrest report and dismissal, the body cam footage was apparently missing. After emailing the police, they apologized, claiming they had forgotten. When the footage arrived, several minutes were still missing. James pressed harder until they finally sent the full, unedited footage, revealing why these corrupt cops were reluctant to release it.
Alright, I need a property bag. I'm going to try and detach everything here. But,
Take your time. So, he's filling in for harassment or something?
Pay attention next, because the camera we mentioned earlier would come back to haunt these officers.
yeah, okay, serious.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not as far as I go. Right. Unfortunately, this thing fell off. I cracked it.
Okay.
Oh, shoot. So it just fell off the handle here.
Alright, well, we can just put it in the back.
Yeah. That's my mistake here.
That's okay. Just put it back for now.
Okay.
And, we'll go from here.
Yeah.
The following is a call between a woman from the Toronto Police Information Privacy and Security and James. Watch as she tries to defend the cops' corrupt actions shamelessly.
There was nothing intentional, nothing was held. That's the copy. No redactions were made except for me. We're the only ones that do the redactions for body-worn camera.
Okay, so just to be clear, you accidentally didn't send me Lamb's body camera footage, and then you sent me his footage.
So the original. Yeah, so the initial body-worn camera, because there were so many of them, it was just an oversight. It was not attached on purpose. It was just unintentional. It was just missed.
And then how does I just want to know, how does the last 5 minutes of him breaking my stuff, how did that become redacted?
I highly doubt it was unintentional, since the entire case against him up until that point was built on personal anger and grudges, and there was nothing unlawful about James's actions whatsoever.
I did that.
Yeah, you did, but why?
But when I did the redaction tools that we use are are very sensitive. Just give you a heads up. But nothing against you. When I redacted it.
Yeah.
Hello?
I'm listening. Yeah.
Right, sorry.
Yeah.
When I redacted it, I realized that the footage was removed and it shouldn't have been. So I just sent you the wrong copy. Redaction, we do like 3-4 copies of redactions, and we just review them over and over again. And again, it was nothing that was intentional. It's not something that was going to withhold from you. We're fully transparent. We're not going to withhold anything from you if you're entitled to that information. So
she was acting all noble and modest, defending the officer. But little did she know, James was about to absolutely annihilate the cop's credibility with what he said next.
Just wanted to give you a heads up on that.
Savannah, I'd really love to believe that you're fully transparent, but like it just so happened that it was missing, and then it just so happened that it was redacted of him breaking my stuff. Which, by the way, Savannah, you know that he broke my stuff and never reported it? Do you know that they actually documented it, that they received it like that? Can you believe that, Savannah? That's crazy, right?
I can't speak to that, unfortunately.
Of course you can't speak on that, because you have their back. You're going to protect them, and that is why you redacted that footage, Savannah. That's my suspicion, is that you redacted that footage on purpose to protect PC Lamb. You're trying to hide evidence.
They were all teaming up against him. It's almost pathetic that these cops are so insecure that they can't take a single hit on their ego without trying to intimidate civilians back.
Why you tried to do that, I'm not sure. I do not believe that you accidentally did it twice.
Okay.
I do not believe that. And all right, well, yeah. So you cannot give me the audit logs. You're admitting that you did that. By the way, this call is being recorded. So you admitted that you were the one who did that, quote unquote, by accident, right? Twice.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Savannah. You know, I don't mean to be rude or standoffish right now, but you know how dirty I've been done by the Toronto police over this matter?
There was no way it was an accident. In the police, a whole coherent organization, there are no such accidents.
And now I have the privacy officer who's supposed to have my back and have full transparency and accountability hiding stuff from me.
Microphone here and your cell phone that won't be with your property.
It's also
when you're released.
Also like a body issue kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay? Because the officer indicated that's going to be seized as evidence.
Battery pack, calm down.
Is it a battery pack?
Yeah, it's a battery pack. Just a battery pack.
You got gloves, lighter, car keys, hat, camera with microphone. One mic damage will be seized.
So what did you say with the microphones are damaged? I gave them to you in working order. See, I didn't give that to you like that.
After reviewing the footage and seeing that an officer had indeed destroyed the camera, James contacted his supervisor to see whether they'd tell the truth now or would still lie.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. So I understand that you had a bit of an issue with some of your property?
Yeah, I just wanted to know what happened to it or what.
Okay.
They just told me to call for an explanation.
Okay, I'm just looking here. Okay. Yeah, I did find that one. So what are you inquiring about exactly here?
Oh, one of my microphones was the glass on it was shattered. So I'm just wondering if you guys, when you took it in, was it already smashed or did it smash by accident? That's all. I just wanted to know.
So do you have it?
The mic, yeah.
Do you have the microphone or no?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. So according to the notes here, it said a camera with microphones, one mic damaged. It was seized originally.
Okay.
Did they give it back to you?
Yeah, I got it back.
Yeah, you got it back. So I guess when it was seized, it was already damaged. Okay. That's what the note says here.
That's what the note says. So it was okay. So when you guys received it, it was already broken.
Yeah, that's what the note says here.
The response he got was absolutely and utterly ridiculous. These cops had shown absolutely no interest in cooperating with James, and now they were going to pay the price.
52 division, correct?
52, yeah. Yeah, this is like the note that the booking officer put in when I guess you were booked in, so he noted that it was damaged.
Okay, can you just read the note, because quotes is verbatim?
No, it says camera with microphones. That's what was in your property. One mic damaged will be seized.
Okay, and there was no note of any officer smashing my microphone in the lobby there?
No.
Okay, alright, great, thank you. Have a nice day.
Okay, sir. Take care.
Bye.
James's lawsuit is still ongoing and hasn't reached a conclusion or a verdict yet. The blatant ignorance of these cops was absolutely diabolical. However, this next cop showcased just how corrupt he was while pressurizing this juvenile and his family.
Yeah. When is the court date?
There's no court date, no charge this one side.
On 28 September 2024, Sergeant Cole of the New Jersey Police Department sent officers to meet a boy and his mother, and the reason for this confrontation was hilarious.
Hey, how you doing? I'm here for Linda Sanchez. In regards to her son, Sofredo. Hey, Miss Sanchez. Hey, how you doing? I'm here for Sofredo.
What?
He's getting a station house adjustment for what happened on Saturday. It's pretty much in lieu of criminal charges. Dude.
Everything seems fine right now, but just wait and hear what this officer has to say next.
Community service program. And once he's completed with that, and writing an apology letter to Sergeant Cole.
Yeah. When is the court date?
There's no court date, no charges this one side. It's
Yeah, no, there's no apology letter. I know community service.
Okay.
There'll be a lawyer involved in it.
Okay, so.
Sergeant Cole should be apologizing to him.
Okay.
He went in the house without a warrant. Arrested my son. My son is not a criminal.
You put him in custody. He didn't arrest him.
Well, and he's charging him with...
No, I'm not right now. He's not.
Okay.
I'm not.
So,
That's what I'm saying.
my son has scratches from handcuffs.
I understand.
My son is not a criminal, so...
Okay.
The sergeant was attempting to force an apology out of the boy, but luckily both he and his mother were fully aware of their rights and the police's dirty tactics and were adamant about not being bullied.
Oh, from right now, he's not doing any of this. I'm letting you know right now.
Okay. Well, yeah,
No apology letter. I'm sorry.
It's in lieu of criminal charges. That's what we do.
Well, we can take it to court if he decides that he wants to consider charges, because he is not getting an apology from me or my son. My son did nothing wrong.
Take him a second.
This is where the footage ends, but this small piece of footage is a huge hint of the corruption that takes place in a police precinct, a place for big egos and small people. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and comment below with your thoughts. And if you liked this video, you'll love this next one where these corrupt cops got fired and sued.
Huh? I'm not turning my camera off.